So then comes to the second word that I want to bring in, which is mindfulness, awareness, meditation. Because really we can talk about these things until we drop dead. But we have to actually do something to be able to see clearly, and see clearly with compassion. Neither one of those things are easy. To see ourselves clearly and to see ourselves clearly with compassion. I remember when I first started practicing, my teacher, Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche, he used to always talk about making friends with oneself. Maitri, making friends with oneself. And as I started this mindfulness awareness sitting meditation, which is a practice of moving closer to oneself, sitting down just with your body and your mind. That's all you're doing, just sitting quietly with this body, with this mind. And the training is continually coming back to it. Your mind keeps spinning off, and you just keep coming back to being just right here with yourself. And this is like a clear seeing, a staying. And I remember once saying to Rinpoche, I said, Rinpoche, I can see so much more clearly what I do, and it doesn't feel to me very friendly. Friendly with myself, this clear seeing feels more like yuck, you know. Like they say, beginning to meditate, it's like your mind is like a pool of water that's all stirred up by winds and very restless and chaotic. So then you begin to meditate and you think what's going to happen is your mind is going to calm down. And that's actually, it does happen like that. And you think what that's going to feel like is peace. No one ever tells you that when the water calms down, then you can see all the old tires and skeletons and tin cans and corpses and all your misdeeds, you know, leering up at you from the bottom of this still pool. So seeing clearly is honesty is part of Maitri, but then this kindness and this compassion toward oneself. So the way I was taught, the language that I was given from the beginning, which I've always found immensely helpful, is it's beginning to discover your own humanness. And this is actually your connection with all other people. Beginning to discover the sharedness of the human condition. That Maitri is discovering your own humanness, knowing it. In Zen tradition, they talk a lot, they use the language of becoming intimate with. Becoming intimate with what it feels like to be slandered or betrayed, that awful feeling. What it feels like to lose something that's dear to you. That terrible, heartbreaking, dreadful feeling where everything in you wants to shut down, push away, not feel that. Becoming intimate with. And also intimate with what it feels like to be praised, what it feels like to be loved, what it feels like to be accepted, what it feels like to be a success. The uplifted inspiration. Becoming intimate with the whole, as Zorba said, the whole catastrophe. So with the mindfulness awareness meditation, one takes a posture, a meditation posture, which usually is cross-legged, but it can be sitting in a chair also. And there's many, many styles that are taught. But the style that I was taught and that I teach is you become aware of your breath going out. You're aware of your body sitting here and aware of your breath going out. And that is the focus of your meditation, is just awareness, almost a sense of feeling the breath going out. And then you notice that your mind wanders off continually, all the time. The nature of mind is it's thinking, thinking, thinking. And whenever you notice that that's what's happening, you keep bringing yourself back, just coming back to being right here with this body, as uncomfortable or comfortable as this body might be feeling. Coming right back to this mood, as disturbed or relaxed as this mood might be. Coming back to this mind, which might be talking. They say sometimes the mind is like a turbulent river or a churned up ocean. Sometimes it's still. It has a lot of different. If you sit for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes, you see that it's like more kinds of weather than you can count on your fingers, all the different moods and weather changes of the mind. So this is kind of the training in terms of Maitri, or making friends with oneself. Is this very difficult to do, but straightforward practice of just training in what I like to think of as just staying. Just stay, 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 like training the dog. And as you know, with dogs, if you train them by hitting them and beating them, they can become very obedient, but they're not flexible. And they're easily terrified and easily confused if everything doesn't go just a certain way. But if you train a dog with love and kindness and clarity, and then the dog is equally obedient but also very flexible, has a sense of humor, can roll with the changes. So which kind of dog do you want to be? So when we train ourselves, train the mind, it's with this kindness, with this honesty, but also this gentleness, this kindness. So when we say stay, stay, sort of pith instruction, stay, and then mind goes off and off and off. When the mind goes off, you don't just hit yourself. Bad dog. No, you just come back. Give yourself a little doggy treat. So it's like, someone once said, it's like very, very naive almost. There's like no big deal about the meditation. Whatever arises in the mind, you just acknowledge that it's there. It's like giving it all the space in the world to just be there, and then you just come back to being in your body with the quality of your mind, of your mood, just being here, present here in the present moment. Then the mind goes off again. They say it's like feeding the baby. You put the spoon in the baby's mouth and the baby's attention starts wandering. You don't hit the baby. You just, you say cute things like, here's the birdie or something, and then the baby gets your attention. You stick that spoon in there. So just with that kind of simplicity, you just keep coming back, and you do it, you repeat it over and over and over. Just this training and staying with yourself. And interestingly enough, this is a training in living without prejudice. It's a fundamental training in non-aggression. And this is living without prejudice towards yourself and fundamental non-aggression towards yourself. So all of this is talking about Maitri and the practice of cultivating the loving kindness or unconditional friendship with oneself, which is so all-inclusive, honest, and friendly. But the talk is about compassion.